up, YouTube? It's your brother YT. Wake 'em up, back at it again with another video. Let's get into one on inflation, the cost of living. Food prices are up, rent prices are up. Everything is up. It's all the way up. Family, you already know what to do. And if you're brand new too, thumbs up this video so YouTube can push this content out. Smash subscribe to join the tribe and ring the post notification bell as well. All right, let's get into it.
I need somebody to tell me how I'm supposed to make it in today's economy. Bro, shit's so high. You can't, it's hard to go grocery shopping. I mean, you go in the store with say $300. You ain't coming out with much. And I remember back in the day, 300, shit, if you was shopping with that, you had a buggy full of meat, shrimp, steaks, enough, to last a while. Now, $300 might get you 6 little bags. That's pitiful, man. Something's got to change. The gas prices is still high. What happened, man? I thought Trump was gonna help us. This ain't what I expected when I voted this year, bro. Last year. That's not right. Something got to change. We can't make it. How are we gonna make it?
Tell me why I went to the grocery store today and I saw this. What is that? That's not a snack. That's a sample. I, for one, am not paying for air. And I even checked to make sure that the top wasn't open and that someone just grabbed a little bit and then put a bag back. Nope, it was closed and it was half full. Or should I say it was half empty. I know that Trump and his team just got into office, but I pray and I hope that we see inflation drop dramatically because our wallets cannot take it any longer.
The cost of living in this country is currently, it's not going to be, it is currently unsustainable. And there are people that they know this, but then they'll still look at somebody else that's struggling and then tell them they're not doing good enough. I want you to imagine somebody that makes $75,000 a year. That's a pretty high up wage in terms of like top earners in this country, $75,000 a year. And we're going to go through some things here. This is a person with no debt outside of a car. And please don't hit me with the, you can go buy a car for, shut up, you can't, shut up, stop saying ridiculous things. An entry-level decent car is $30,000.
Yeah.
So this person who puts $200 a month into insurance and they pay 5% into their 401k because shut up, people should be able to put money into their retirement. Because if you're not doing it now, you're never going to get to start doing it later. So after those two things come out of their paycheck, and their taxes are paid, they bring home $53,850 a year from a $75,000 paycheck. Average rent in my state for a one-bedroom apartment, because an adult should be able to live by themselves, $1,700. That car payment at 6% for an entry-level, very reasonable sedan, nothing fancy, that car payment's $579 a month. Car insurance, $240 or so a month for a lot of vehicles in this day and age. You're a young person, you've got a nice job, but the insurance companies still want to screw you over. Food. You only cook at home. You never, ever go out. You only cook at home and you only eat decent quality food because a human being should be allowed to eat decent quality food.
Right.
You pay $879 a month for that. You spend $250 a month in gas. You wear and tear on your car $100 a month. $80 for your phone, $80 for your internet, $175 a month for your electricity, $70 for your water, $20 for your cash. You make 75 grand a year, and outside of a car payment, you have zero debt. Do you know how much money you have left over annually at a $75,000 wage? You do nothing. You don't own a Netflix. You don't go out on a date. You don't pay to go to a park. You don't go watch a movie. You do nothing. If you can't find it on the internet for free, you don't get to do it. If you can't cook it at home for your $800, you don't get to do it. You have $3,700 left over annually. That's $320 a month. And there's going to be, well, that's $300. Shut up. Shut your stupid, contrarian, edgelord mouth. That's not a doctor bill, because God knows just because we have insurance doesn't mean that we don't still pay far out the ass when we go to the doctors. People like to be entertained. They want to date. They want to. There's those of you out there that will tell somebody living like this on $75,000 a year before taxes that they are not doing what they're supposed to do, that they should get a second job, that they should get a side hustle, that they should get a better job. And the fact that you would look at somebody with no debt other than a car and say something like this to them means objectively you're a moron and you live in a fantasy world.
Now let me pause them right there. That 320 left over off of 75K, that is a low amount. Most people watching this might not make 75K. They might make less than that. But okay, let's say you make 75K, you live this lifestyle that he just specified right there. You got 320 to save. I'm gonna prove him wrong though. You do need a side hustle. That 320, I would be putting that into a side hustle. I would be putting that into investing, right? I'm gonna tell you what I would do. I will put it into the financial markets. Oh, well, you gotta know how to trade. That's right. I would be learning that skill, practicing on demo first. And then I would take that and I would put that into the markets when I feel comfortable to risk it. And each time I get that 320, I will risk it until it finally flips, right? And I've done this before. This is why I'm saying this. I've flipped $200 into a few thousand before. I've flipped 500 into 5,000. I've flipped 700 into 7,000. So this is why I'm saying this. Yes, you have to focus on catching bigger moves, or as we say, more pips. When you know how to trade ICC, this is easier than it seems, right? You got to have the skill though. But that's what I would be doing. But it's not for everybody. 90% of traders never become profitable. But I'm just saying I would be trying something. I would be putting that money to risk. If I lose it, I lose it. I got to wait till my next check. Try it again. Try something else. I will have a list of 100 different things and check them off. One of them got to work. And this is literally what I did. But I feel them though. It is bad. That is a low amount to save out of that 75K.
The year is 2009. The federal minimum wage is $7.25 an hour. You could buy a gallon of milk for 79 cents, a gallon of gas for $1. You could buy a ribeye steak for $3.99 a pound.
Man.
You can go and get a family bucket of chicken, 4 large sides, some biscuits for $12.
I'm about to say 20.
Fast forward to 2025. The federal minimum wage is $7.25. A gallon of gas is almost $4. A gallon of milk is almost $4. That same ribeye steak is $15.99 a pound on sale. You go to KFC and you get a bucket of that demon chicken with 4 large sides and some biscuits, and you're going to spend $50. Let that sink in. Liberty and justice for all? I don't think so.
So the true rate of unemployment is 24.3%, where the official rate is 4.2% from the government. This information comes from the Ludwig Institute for Shared Economic Prosperity, and that 24% of true unemployment comes from the population working 35 hours a week who wants one, has no job, or does not earn a living wage, which is around $25,000. In my opinion, the government lies about the unemployment rate as well as the inflation rates to help keep people calm. But the point is, if you are unemployed and you're trying to find a job, just know you're really not 1 out of 25 people. You're probably more like 1 out of 4 or 5 people.
This is for Chick-fil-A.
True. Those numbers are more realistic. I said on another video that the numbers that they put out is fake. It's good to see that. It's good to see the actual numbers according to him. Or it's even good to see that people understand that the numbers are fake. And there are websites out there that are trying to get a more accurate calculation.
Oh, I just paid $25 to take my son some Chick-fil-A to school so I can eat with him. $25. Okay? This is why we're happy that he's president.
The way that I just spent $17 at Chick-fil-A because I didn't realize that their 10 count menus are $17. And don't get me wrong, I don't need 10 minis. 6 would be fine, but unfortunately, they only have a fucking 4 count and a 10 count, and I'm not gonna be fine off of 4. $17? You're joking.
Chick-fil-A, I have a question. What is the point of a cup this big with this much cheese? What's the point? Why is it so fucking expensive to have a cheese sauce that when you dip your fry in, only comes to right here on the fry? My camera is messed up. But what's the point? Look, that's the bottom. That's the bottom of the cup. My camera's messed up, y'all. What's the point?
Did y'all know that Wendy's don't got a 4 for $4 no more? What the fuck? Where the fuck have I been? What am I talking about? Did y'all know? Of course y'all knew. Of course. What am I even? I got on here like I'm about to surprise y'all. Of course y'all knew. I be saying how some of y'all niggas is, some of y'all niggas disgusting. I be seeing how some of y'all eat. Y'all, a lot of y'all not gonna make it to 60. I'm telling y'all right now. A lot of y'all niggas about to start dropping life out. I'm seeing y'all faces and y'all wrists and y'all ankles get so. Your wrist can only get so big before they gotta. You know what I'm saying? You can only have a cankle before it turn it, and then they gotta, nigga. But yeah, So I get into the line. And I'm like, yeah, can I get a 4 for $4? She was like, we got that, but it's not called that no more. I like, what's it called? She said $7. I said $7. I was like, what the fuck? She like, yeah, it's called the biggie bag down there. I was like, oh, so is more food? Is it bigger? She like, nah. I like, so wait, it's $7 like after tax? She like, nah, it's more. I like, so y'all doubled the price, and then y'all changed the name and called it bigger, but it's the same size, and then y'all said a deal. But y'all doubled the price. How is that? She like, well, first of all, I didn't do none of that. I was like, nigga, you're fucking Wendy's right now. You're Wendy. You that little white girl with red hair, freckles, that Pippi Long. That's you right now, nigga. You're Wendy. What the fuck is y'all doing? But nigga, crazy. I still bought it. It was good, but I see what y'all talking about with this inflation shit. That's wild.
Okay, it literally shocks me how expensive McDonald's is. I had like $14 in cash that I wanted to use, and I just needed to go get a couple little cheeseburgers, 4 single cheeseburgers, 4 single tiny cheeseburgers. It was, I thought I would be like, oh, no problem. I'll also get them a French fry. Maybe, I'll get a Diet Coke. You know, I was like, $14 should be fine with that. Nope. It was $14 for just 4 single cheeseburgers. I took the fry off and I didn't get a Diet Coke because I saw that it was going to be $19. I'm still thinking that they're either $1 or $1.50. And 4 of them would be like $8 or $9. No.
I'm convinced that Taco Bell is the most expensive fast food in my area. You know what I just got? I got a chicken chalupa, a chicken crunch wrap, and 2 sides of nacho cheese. Guess how much I spent? $15.
See, this is why I don't eat fast food. It's not just the fact that the prices are way up there now. Last time I went to any of these fast food restaurants, it was the prices that we were familiar with, the ones that got us in the door, the ones that got us comfortable with McDonald's and Burger King and Taco Bell and all of these restaurant chains. That's not the reason I don't go, though. Not the prices. That's not the main reason. The food is terrible. And now I'm seeing the prices are up there too. I don't feel like I should be paying $15 for terrible food that's going to make my stomach hurt and make me regret even going to get it. And probably not fill me up, and I still got to go cook at home too.
14 cents. I remember when Taco Bell used to be like the cheapest thing on the block. Why is this more expensive than my Chick-fil-A order? Somebody tell me. I'm still going to eat it though, and it's going to be good.
So I don't know what's going on, but I haven't been through a drive-thru in years, and I just went through the Wendy's drive-thru to get my daughter a Frosty, a plain, small, vanilla Frosty. And I thought they were like $1, maybe $2 tops. $3.29. $3.29 for a small vanilla Frosty. It's absolutely ridiculous. Like, how does a family of 4 go out and get their kids ice cream? Like, not at Wendy's. I'm talking like a regular ice cream store. It's like at least $6 when we go to get frozen yogurt with toppings. Like, and everyone's like, when are you gonna have another kid? Never. I can barely, give her everything that she wants, because I do. I give her everything she wants. But if I had 3 or 4, you better believe they would not get everything they wanted. And this is just another reason why I am one and done. And this economy sucks.
A McDonald's hash brown is $4.15.
$4.15 for that? Oh no. See, that's why I go to Audi. You get the whole pack. Like $5, $6. Even that, you be like $5, $6, but at least you get the whole sleeve. For one, it's crazy.
The tea is still 99 cents per can. Like, what's going on? It's a fucking potato. How was that $4.15? I can get a bag of potatoes for $4.15. What are we talking about right now? What's going on?
It's rare to actually see one of these while it's happening. You can see $10.99 for 40 tall kitchen bags, 40 count, and you see 45. 45. Of course, these are pushed to the back because once those are gone, there's only these ones left.
They
The
took
40
5
count.
of them out.
And there's actually no price that says 45 count anymore. You know what else they don't have? 120 count? There's nothing here. There's 110 count because that's the size they're moving to. 110. 110 count. 110 count. And then there's this 68 count. There's no tag anymore for the 120 count.
Hey, I might be late to the party, but did you know that Haagen-Dazs doesn't sell pints anymore? Yeah, pint is 16 ounces. This is 14 ounces. And it's likely obvious, but they didn't lower the price. Thanks, Haagen-Dazs.
Right, so completely off topic, but why hasn't the digestive biscuit been hit by shrinkflation? It's still the size of a steering wheel. Hear me out though, like, when you try to dip a digestive biscuit into your tea or coffee, like, it's okay at the start, but once your tea and coffee goes down, it doesn't fit in a mug. You have to snap it. And when you snap it, it gets crumbs everywhere. All they've got to do is make the biscuit a little bit smaller and keep the packets the same size, and we won't have an issue. Another thing that should have been hit by shrinkflation is the loaf of bread. You ever tried to toast bread? Like, the one thing a toaster is meant to do is toast bread, but bread doesn't fit in the toaster, or the toaster's too small. You get like the toasted part, and then you get a soft part on top. Then you have to take it out, put it upside down, back in the toaster. You either need to reset the timer on it, or you just need to keep pressing the cancel button every 30 seconds. Make sure you haven't burnt it, or if you forget, you end up burning it because you've not changed the timer on it. It's just ridiculous. And then the next day when you go to do toast, you forget to change the timer, so you either got scared bread or you've got burnt bread. When does it end?
What is this? Do you guys see this? Look at this spam. I did not cut the sides, okay? They're all this size. Did you see this? Did you guys know this already? I didn't know this.
You've got the companies that try and hide it by doing a couple ounces at a time, and then you've got this. Hundreds of grams in one go, and they're both the same price, $5.79. And again, it's really good if you shop by price per ounce, because originally 25.6 ounces and then 19.2 ounces, but eventually the 25.6 ounces are not going to be available anymore. So even if you're able to get that deal, eventually that's not going to be on the shelf anymore. I can't get over this. This is several different brands, but especially Chobani. It's like half full. Yogurt is like that far down. Just because they give you that window that shows their product does not mean that's how much is in it. It's half full. Do you remember when moon pies used to be like the size of your palm? Like, they were pretty big. That's a quarter. That's how big it is compared to a quarter. Up to the light, that's how much you can see.
We're being scammed all across the board. Being charged more or the same price, but you're getting half of what you're paying for. In a minute, you're going to have 1/3 of it. Same price, but you get 1/3 of it. This is ridiculous.
There's Downy. Goes from 92 fluid ounces to 84 fluid ounces, but still 59 loads. Like magic. These look like different products, but they're not. It's Greek, feta, and oregano, Kraft dressing. And it goes from...
Wow, this bottle looks sick. Look like you need to go to the doctor. For real, it don't look right.
475 milliliters to 425 milliliters. Okay, don't make this weird. But do you remember, like when I was a kid, I remember trying to butter a bagel and like trying to hold it like with one finger in the little hole and one like on the outside of the rim of the bagel. And look at that.
No way, that's how bagels look now.
I'm not gonna say any more words about that, but you know what you know. I know what I know. This is what I'm talking about.
Right.
You get it. Scott's paper towels, 6 used to equal 10, whatever that means, and 6 now equals 9. So even with their paper towel math, it's not adding up. This is an off-brand, like generic Equate brand, 14.2 fluid ounces, now 12.5 fluid ounces. Nair, replacing this one over here that was 9 ounces and purchased in 2023, now 7.9 ounces, same price. We've talked about Pringles before and how it doesn't go all the way up to the top anymore. And some of you guys commented mine that I just opened were fine. This is not a real problem. But once again, this is another one sent to me. This is as of 3 days ago. A can opened up and had this much in it. And I'm guessing that this is because of their new formula and it's more crumbly. And so they're breaking more. And so there's more crumbs at the bottom of this rather than having them go all the way up to the top with the formula that used to be crunchy and delicious. For those of you wondering if it's just in the US, this is an example from the UK. Heinz beans. Wow, that's, and look at, you see right here, new size. They're very excited about it. They want you to know. Yeah, we noticed it.
This is sick, and this is why it seems like you gotta grocery shop more. Be like, man, I just bought groceries and they already gone. This is why. Shrinkflation. You're not getting what you think you're getting. It's not what it used to be. It's not just you. It's not that you eating up all the food and you overly hungry more than you used to be. It's the fact everything has been reduced. This video making me sick. I can't even continue it. For real. Family, let me know what you think about this one. I can't even continue it. I'm not gonna lie. I'm just thinking about the next time I go to the grocery store. Let me know what y'all think about this video, family. Peace to my Hebrew fam. Shalom. I will catch y'all on the next one.